Good evening to you one and all. Shadow Temple of the Zeldathon and Half Crew teams back here with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. The very first game, I was ready to say some sort of subtitle for it, but there is no subtitle because it's the first one. The Ace Attorney is the subtitle of this game still. This is just very, very, very beginning of this whole world, and an adventurous time to be sure. We are in the fourth and final case of the original game, the fourth out of 5 cases for the purposes of the game that we are playing here today. We are, of course, the ever wonderful Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. He's a defense attorney who is currently defending his main rival in court. Miles Edgeworth has been accused of murdering a man by shooting him on a lake on Christmas Eve. And so our job, our task, is to figure out who actually killed this guy because we don't believe that he did it. And so that is our job tonight, and that's what I'm hoping to do. Sorry I'm starting late here tonight, friends. I've been kind of doing a little bit of extra audiobook work beyond where I would normally do, and I've been working hard to make sure that gets done. Because I got a lot of audiobook between now and then, and when they're due. Oh, boy. Anyway, let me get the game going, and then we can get ourselves started, yeah? Give me just one moment, yeah? One quick moment. And then I think we're ready. I was like, wow, I'm so accustomed to... By the way, this is how I look whenever I'm doing actual voice acting, like actual factual voice act. Oh my goodness, I just realized I'm way too high, right? I gotta, in terms of like gain, I gotta turn myself down significantly. There we go. It should be a lot less poppy now with any luck. But did I claim Marissa back? Yes, Marissa. Oh, yeah. Golly, I forgot that you guys, I haven't streamed since Monday. Yes, I do have Marissa again. Marissa's upstairs currently playing Final Fantasy XIV. She came in last night. We went and grabbed some dinner together, and then we came home. We watched the Grumps play Danganronpa, and we passed out. That was nice. It was nice to just have a chill night at home and not have to do anything else, and it has been good. But yeah, Marissa's back. I have been working hard, meanwhile, to get everything else done, and yeah, we've been doing good. We've been getting everything underway. There was a time that I used to stream with a pop filter on all the time, where I would have this in front of me, and you wouldn't be able to see my face at all. Those days are officially done, for sure. I just happen to have this stuff for both the audiobook stuff and then the AFMAO stuff that I did today, which, boy. I don't know why I tried to do all that today. I did 4 AFMAO recordings and then a chapter of the audiobook today, and that's a long one, especially for voice stuff. But I'm feeling good today because I took it pretty easy yesterday by comparison, and I am ready to go today. Let me go and get the subtitles on before we continue. It's weird. Captions, though, with something like this, it feels a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Redundant, I think is the word I'm trying to find. Because, of course, the game also just has the words on screen, and then I do it, right? But yeah. Let's get this game going. But how's everybody doing? Everybody making through Wednesday A-okay? Hopefully your Tuesday was good too. Again, apologies for not being around yesterday, and but yeah, it's a lot of voice acting for one day. And don't you worry, we got more coming up here right now. As we always laugh with you happens to me or Chris. I mean, it's our job to have things happen to us, right? The two of us are kind of the crash test dummies of the channel, so it's very fun. It's a lot of screaming though. December 26th, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma? Is that what Edgeworth is blaming his luck on? That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. I used to say good luck, but that doesn't apply here, so have fun. Thank you.
Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma's a man to be feared. He'll kill a man. What? Anyway, that's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute.
What?
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Did I have a good day? I had a productive day. I think that's the best way to describe it. Good? Yeah, sure. But I think productive it would be the more important word, because I'm tired. It's been a long day, but I had some good Indian food tonight, and I am here. That is good as anything. Me and Chris should do a live stream. Well, now he's doing live streams again. We very well might, yeah. There's a long time there where he was just kind of out of the game, so I didn't want to bug him too much, but it kind of feels like he's starting to swing in there again.
So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20.
That's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess it's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya?
Uh-huh.
We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think?
Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again.
A little bit of background if you guys haven't been following along with this so far. Maya here is our assistant, friend, just kind of cohort in crime, or lack thereof, I suppose. She is also a spirit medium who has the ability to contact the spirits of the dead and bring them into her body, and they can kind of just live out through her for a bit. And we have used her a couple of times to call upon the spirit of our former boss, Mia, who just also happens to be her sister, who unfortunately died back in case 2. But she is a spirit medium in training, and her, she's not quite fully powered up yet. So sometimes she can't necessarily do that. Convert him into the played up cult. Yeah. Also, hi everybody coming in. Hello. Oh man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
I hope so. Phoenix, settle down. What are you whispering about? It's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready?
Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something?
How am I supposed to fight against this?
I called a detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, gumshoes first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident. Now! Yes, sir!
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Did I do my appropriate Von Karma warm-up? Oh my god, that's an old joke. Yeah, we're playing Phoenix Wright over here. How you doing? Back when I first played this, long time ago, I tried to do vocal warm-ups for certain characters that would make it, kind of get me sent into the mood for various characters. For Manfred von Karma, my vocal warm-up. Oh, hold on. That would be a bad thing to enter upon before this happens, but I'll explain it again in a second. Welcome, Raiders! How you doing on this fine Wednesday evening? Good evening, welcome. My name is Shadow Temple. Welcome to my stream and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are in case 4 of this year game, the big kind of finale of the main storyline of the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Black Sparrow friends, a good friend of the channel. I've known him for years at this point. You should absolutely go check him out. Zeldathon team member, excellent actor in the dramatic arts, an excellent streamer as well, and just overall cool guy. Check him out. What were you up to tonight, Black Sparrow? What were you doing? Hello, there's Stephanie and Black Sparrow as well. Thank you for coming in. Kind of felt bad for having on today's video. What appears game? I don't know what video came out. More BG3. All right. What you got going on? What's? Give me the deets. What are you playing as? Who are you romancing? If you romancing anyone, are you playing co-op with anybody? What's going on with that? Anyway, we were just talking about the fact that you know what? We'll wait until Manfred shows up before I give that background again. Anyway, Gumshoe's going to give us a theory, the kind of summary of the case. Gloomstalker co-op with Figureland. All right. I didn't realize until I played with Marissa how fun co-op in Baldur's Gate is. It's so good. Your newbie self-tag along. It's fun, though, and it's actually not a bad way to learn D&D 5e. Like, there are obvious differences, but generally you do get a pretty good idea of, like, how the whole system works, and I do like that. Thank you, Frosty, for beating me to the punch. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. They went toward the boat rental shop. You already know all the first few cases? Well, get the trilogy, and then you blast through the first game, and then you just kind of keep going. You know what I mean? All right, here is the... Hold on. Overhead map added to the court record. So, this is not the first time I've streamed this. I streamed this originally back in, I believe it was 2015 here on Twitch, or 2016 maybe. So, a whopping 8 years since we've last streamed this game on the internet. And my voice is lower these days than it was back then, because 10 years of torture will do that. But at the time, you can do like certain warm-ups to kind of expand your vocal range in certain moments. So whenever I would reach Manfred von Karma, I would try to set myself up for getting into the right mindset, right? So I'd go, dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies. And it sets pretty well up for Manfred von Karma's energy.
Testify to the court about the arrest. Now! Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not!
The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. On the 3DS, surely, like, yeah. And I actually did pick up quite a few of them on my own 3D, on my Capture 3DS before the eShop shut down. But it's so much easier to stream on the PC versions. You know what I mean? I just appreciate that I could just load it up on Steam and be done. I mean, technically, I could bring out my 3DS to play these games, but this is a perfectly legal and 1080p solution for this series. Stretch. Oh. Oh, that was good. That was nice.
I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now.
Anytime I hear that now, this is so specific to my own brain, but maybe I'll give it a second. Hold on. There's a ride at Disney World or Walt Disney World's Epcot called Mission Space, where you and 3 friends or family or victims get into a small cabin and get spun around a lot to simulate a launch to Mars. And part of it is that all of you have roles and jobs to do. And really all it comes down to is each person has to hit one of 2 buttons throughout the entirety of your adventure. And if you hit the button at the right time, it makes it feel like you did something good. And if you don't hit the button on time, the system does it anyway because it's a ride. But the reason I bring it up is that they're like, Navigator, deploy shields now. And you're supposed to hit it on now. And every time I see that, now, it's just lodged in the old head. You ever get that like a trigger word of some kind where it's just like, oh, and you're brought back like 5 years ago? All the time. Have you ever fallen off the chair for stretching like that? Nah, this is nice and stretchy. Is the crossover on Steam? I don't think so. I don't know if any latent games are either necessarily because they're all very heavily focused on the DS. Well, that's not entirely true though. There are mobile versions of most of them, I believe. So yeah. Anyway, hydrate, sure. Also, hi, Shukino Macchiato. How you doing? That was lovely. Okay, so now we got to look back at this man's testimony here and see if we can identify any weaknesses. How this game works, if you haven't seen it before, is that witnesses testify, we look at our evidence, and we try to determine if anything that they said doesn't match what the evidence shows. These contradictions are what we're looking for. And call a station about 30... Let's find out more about this man. We know nothing about no man. I'm pressing buttons because it distracts you like you're a cat. Exactly. Well, they have in the cockpit for Mission Space, they have 2 major buttons for each job, which makes you feel very important. And they explain what those 2 buttons do before you even get in. They're like, everyone has their job and everyone needs to know exactly what they're going to do. So listen carefully. Commander's going to be, the commanding pilot is going to be executing the initial thrusters and the second stage separation and that kind of thing. But again, you never have to hit a single button in the games and the whole thing still works. I had something else stuck in my brain. Oh, but in addition to those 2 buttons, they have like 30 more switches and buttons you can hit. So you just be like, and it does nothing, but it feels really good to hit all those things. Mobile, but you heard it's not well received. I think we played one of them on mobile, maybe. I'm trying to remember. Press button. Okay. Spoilers. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Also, by the way, in case you were thinking, Shadow, surely this man's voice is not that low. Did you hear that objection? Like a demonic possession coming out of Von Karma there.
It's like, objection!
Well, we'll listen in next time here.
That woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were two witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who's camping? A lot of heart.
What happened next, Detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's hit it. Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
The pistol bullet added to the court record, found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber. No, you're absolutely right, though. It doesn't have to hit bone to deform. Like, it just... Bullet can change their shapes. Bullet do change shape because it is a white-hot metal moving at extreme speeds, and it will deform and shred and shrapnel. Yeah, if it hits a bone, for example, it will, like, just... Anyway.
So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I want to hear finding Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
No one of your father telling you about this. Well, thankfully, most of us will never have to know how much a bullet deforms when it enters a person's body. I certainly hope not. Very much Sierra for the 10 months. Get those 7 thoughts in chat, please, and thank you. Sorry to be late. Excuse me. I'm the one who started at 9:45 tonight, so if anyone should be apologizing, it's you. How dare you? Seriously, I'm sorry I'm late. Man, he's got his share of objections. Didn't suspect him of anything at all. Your LAN cord's getting in tomorrow. Nice. You'll beat me to connecting your computer to LAN. Still using Wi-Fi, but I have a much better router now, and it does not drop a single frame anymore. So good. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know. You should know. We have a deep trust and relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm just gonna press everything. I don't feel like there's not anything I can really contradict with the evidence here, so I'm just gonna try to get as much info out of it or Gumshoe as possible. Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. Is that a laugh? Are tisks a laugh into its own?
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints of Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
What?
Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge! This is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence.
Pistol added to the court record. He was tisking laughingly. Sounds like some sort of like rat demon. Pistol added to the court record. Fired 3 times. Fired 3 times. But didn't a lot of Hart mention that she only heard 2?
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yeah. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. This pistol which, as you may recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Well, we're boned.
Order! Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes! This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? After all those laughing tisks, he's got to take a little downtime, you know. December 26th, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by, and the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
It's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. Stop being so mean to Maya. She's doing her best.
I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
Yeah, No, I need you here. Of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. Oh, Phoenix. Don't say that. Don't say that part. It's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Aw, everyone has their off days. It's just this time it will cause an innocent man to go to the gas chamber. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately myself, you know? You never know when my luck's gonna run out, and then people die. Hooray! It just, I don't know. It just feels like Phoenix is really trying to sell that he's trying to be nice, but he's not doing a very good job of it.
Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is.
It's bad for my heart.
Sorry. Whoops.
Court is back in session.
Sorry, I'm trying to pitch up to the judge voice because I need to make sure there's some clearance between him and Karma. Because right now I feel like I'm not getting enough of that clearance, and I need to make sure that I give myself a little bit more space. Now, I do agree, yeah, folks. Make sure we're not talking about other streams here in the context of the stream. That said, she what? She said what about a live stream? She said what about a live stream? Said what is on her TikTok? Is that a... Because it sure as heck ain't on her YouTube channel. Man, she don't tell us nothing. She's an MCC? I don't know what that means. Anyway.
Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes.
Got a free one out of me there. Minecraft Championship. She didn't tell you either. How dare she? How dare she?
Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university?
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the boat window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then when there was another bang, there wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder.
Whoa!
There's a prequel Phoenix Wright game having a team of the Herlock Sholmes. Yeah, we played them. We streamed them just a couple years ago. Yeah.
Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard this shot. There were no other boats on that lake.
Yeah, the series, I actually really enjoy those two. I think they're some of the best of the whole series.
So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court defines the defendant.
But wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
Probably. I don't know. I think I noticed one little thing.
Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't waste of time.
Could have been two mannequins on the boat, one gun at that to his arm. Easy peasy. Throw the murder weapon and run. Genie Zebra, number one, Ian is not a person, he's a character. Number two, I don't play Ian. I'm the guy who plays Pierce. But, hi nonetheless. Witness's account.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon.
Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day.
Huh? Yeah, well, yeah.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... Hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
I was in my car.
Why were you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use my research.
What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further! Miss Hart. Could you be more specific about your research? No.
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Hey, Morgan, how you doing?
I heard this bang come up from the lake.
You're Ian because you look like you're on his account. But Ian's account is Christopher Escalante, who's the name of the man who plays Ian. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time?
No. I looked after I heard the noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions.
Been melancholy tonight, but that's a... Hop, what'd you do? Hop, what'd you do? A lawyer killing another lawyer in court. I'm tired. I don't want to do this. Excuse me. And hi, Sierra Kiddo.
Not leisurely chat with the witness.
Uh-huh. When you looked out the window, you saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men?
Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you?
Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men.
Yeah, well, of course.
Hey, the ball, by the way.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Yeah, the picture's two silhouettes. Come on now. And there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out?
Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end?
There wasn't near a thing on the lake but that boat.
You sure about that?
Yeah, sure as country gal can be.
That sounds pretty sure. Dang, country sure? Oh boy. I'm not sure if I should press it after that. Press! How come you're so sure?
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
Scanned the whole lake? Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I, sustained. Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright.
Thank you for the follows, by the way, friends.
It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But Your Honor!
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. If that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Uh-huh.
Nick, Lana's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean, but I can't say anything. What can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Maya.
Is something wrong? Did you need to use the facilities?
No, well, kind of, but it's not about that. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treat me like some kind of criminal. I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave.
No.
Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong! Wrong!
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order! Order!
Wow, that's a lot of orders.
Order, 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 order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late to file wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya! Where's Mia?
Really, still?
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement.
I saw it clear as day. The man on that boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, that's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Well, I think we finally now have an opening based on what we saw here, right? They've been showing this picture as if this is like a clear image of Edgeworth murdering somebody, but do you see a Miles Edgeworth in this photo? I think not. I see nothing. Exactly. Gotcha. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct?
Look at this photograph!
Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart.
Nope. That was the wrong voice, but that's okay.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. You found it? Give Maya some credit here, huh? She's the one who she blew it open. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. How Edgeworth was seen.
You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in my car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked out my binoculars. See, no problem.
You used binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, my anti-fog binoculars.
This one better be good. All right. Cold night, and the mist was thick as grits. So I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car, still brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Binoculars?
Yeah, the weather cooking binoculars.
Everybody's got a pair of those.
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Ugh. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow. Maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you.
The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Then why was it pointed at the lake? Right, though? Feels like a weird choice to do is just what I'm saying. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie.
This is one of fancy lake meteor showers where they pop out of the lake like a fountain. Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. Yeah, the meteor fish. When I go to a restaurant, I always ask for the meteor fish of the bunch. And also, meteor showers do not make loud noises. That is also extraordinarily true. Darth, where's that gifted sub going? Where am I throwing that thing? Oh, also, by the way, friends, I don't know if you saw, there's a weird thing that popped up on Twitter today regarding gifted subs. Let me see if I can go find it. There is currently, I guess, a limited time promotional thing for people gifting subs and chats. I don't know how it happens or when it happens, but I guess if you queue up 5 gifted subs or 5 tier 1 subs or more, and only on desktop, not on mobile, just to be clear, you have to do it via browser. I guess you can get 20% off 5 gifted subs or more. But again, it seems like it's pretty vague as to who gets that discount. So if that is of interest to you, let me know. Darth Plagueis, got it. One moment. I think the only way you can find out as to whether or not you are getting that discount is if you literally queue up 5 gifted subs and then check the price. I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, give me just 1 second here, friends. I just got a gift to a specific viewer. And Darth Plagueis. Just making sure I picked the right one. Kind of cross-reference the little pictures. This is the correct one. Sorry, a gift subscription to this channel is not available for the user. What? Darth, are you currently subscribed? No? What am I missing here? Let me try again. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. I've never encountered this before. It just says, sorry, a gift subscription to this channel is not available for this user. Yeah, I don't know. That's new to me. All I can say is maybe like maybe we'll like wait a day. Has the badge on your screen? A 4-year sub. Yeah, I don't know. Remind me in like a stream or two, and we'll give it another try. But yeah, you are absolutely. I'm gonna write that down, Darth. So you absolutely have one. We'll just give it another shot. Sorry about that. But yeah, you've absolutely redeemed it, and it is marked down for posterity. Anyway. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Gah! Oh, shadow pancakes, pancake shadow, shadow pancakes. Very much Cherry for the 1,095 bits. Feel like Lana's hiding something. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. And because we got over 1,000 bits, you have the option to gift to them. Abyssal, with all due respect, would you be willing to gift a sub there and then I send that sub out into the wild? Would you do that for me? Or somebody else, since Abyssal just gave 10 gifted subs? I just now noticed that. It took me a second. Thank you, Abyssal. I appreciate that. Another spin. Then yeah, I'll if it's all right with you, Darth, then I'll send that one out into the world, unless you have somebody else that you have in mind that you want to have hit up. Otherwise, I'll just fire it off. All right, let's see here. Let me try this again. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But let me gift one sub out into the chat. Off it goes. See, I was able to gift a sub. I just, for some reason, wasn't able to do that one in particular. I don't know what's going on. The moon! It's falling! Thank you very much, everybody, for getting the hype train going, by the way. Thanks to Sierra for gifting a sub out there, for Darth dropping that one in there in the world. Thank you, Abyssal, for the 10 gifted subs, and now an 11th. And thank you, Cherry, for the 1,000 bits. The idea of this hype train here, friends, subscribe, resubscribe, gift a sub, or give 100 bits or more, and you get yourself involved in the hype train. The likes of which, if you do join, oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you paying it forward. I appreciate that, Darth. Playable. Posture check, yeah, I should fix that up a lot.
Hold on just one moment. I gotta fix my ear. I gotta fix my posture. I gotta get myself in a good spot. There we go. Now everything's a little better.
Yeah, this gift thing, though. Very much Hellhound Rosa for the raid. How you doing tonight? Black Sparrow, thank you for gifting a sub. But yeah, you can get emotes that you can only get via hype trains, and I have not earned all of the new hype train emotes myself yet, so there's a pretty good chance that you probably haven't either. And once you're in a hype train emote, you get to keep that forever. Forever. And if we get up to 100% at level 3, then time extends another 5 minutes. So that's how that works. Anyway, back to it.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Hey, little Gimina. It is going.
And now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of
Fruit never expires.
Thank you very much for the 10 bits, tenaciously. Show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? She was trying to capture Gourdy, a Nessie-esque monster that apparently lives in Gourd Lake. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. And just to be clear, we knew where the reason why we know this is because according to this this newspaper article here, giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. It was surfacing, and appearance was preceded by a bang sound, and so she was trying to find when that bang would happen again. And then when it happened, she wanted to take pictures. That's how this whole thing works. Have I seen the live action Phoenix Wright Gourdy scene? I have not. No. But I know I want to.
What's this? A newspaper article?
Level 10 sound someday. It's something. We'll see.
Gourdy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down the lake trying to photograph this Gourdy. I have proof. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing.
I feel like it's weird that Von Karma hasn't like come up yet recently. You go beyond level 10 hype trains. It's true. I just don't have sounds beyond level 10. I mean, it's one of those things for like a lot of things when it comes to streaming where the amount of effort to put into it is not worth the output because the chance of it being observed is so extraordinarily low.
Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gourdy the lake monster?
Yeah, I just want to show this off here real quick. It doesn't say in there? Dang. Little like Yoda, sure. Lotta's camera is set to take a picture when a loud noise is detected. That sure as heck ain't for meteor showers. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Ah! Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thank you very much for the level 2 hype train, friends. And just like that, I'm getting taken. It's a cute one. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gourdy. According to this article, Gourdy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gourdy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Rabble, rabble, Gourdy, rabble. Gourdy, rabble. Like he's like a Pokemon.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. All right, sure. Whatever. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try to take a photo of Gourdy, weren't you? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What'd you think about that there, huh? Yeah. Not bad. Are you Lars that smart? Yo, so smart boy, I was there trying to photograph Gourdy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, do it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than what the witness is, and is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hi!
But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gourdy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gourdy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Lana's new testimony.
Actually, I'm not a research student in university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking straight at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Objection. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold.
I don't know. It's a little grumbly in that objection.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something. I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
I don't.
That would be a first.
Very funny. There is a Phoenix live-action movie, but he's Japanese. Did not make it to the States. I don't even know. Is there a dub of it?
You understand that this is your last chance as a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we'll let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. My eyes were darting around a lot, and in the periphery, I thought it said, "Yes, your father." I was like, what? Huh? Yes, Daddy.
What was that?
Nothing, Your Honor. Anyway. Daddy?